Hey everyone, Condor K here. This time I'm going to talk about the real reason behind my channel, which is to keep everybody updated on something called Zen World of Power. And I'm pretty sure that I've mentioned it before in my some other videos that I've done. But what it is that it is a comic that I draw. I've drawn about 24 official KC comics is what I call them. And I draw them in notebooks, spiral notebooks. They started actually on loose leaf paper with pencil, and they've since become they now go into spiral notebooks, usually in pen. I have a 4-color pen that I use all the time, and the longest one is actually not done yet. It's my 21st, and it's taken about, I think, 8 spiral notebooks. It's not done yet, but that one I keep going on long hiatuses on, and I don't even have any of these comics posted online. I just do them for fun. My friends read them all when I was in high school. Most of the time I showed to them, they read them. Sometimes let a good friend of mine keep hold of them for a while he read them. And Zen, the biggest thing about Zen is that it's completely original. A lot of my comics have actually not been entirely original. Some of them are straight up fan works, like I made a Star Fox comic some years back, while others kind of take elements from real things and then they continue from there, like my Heroes comics had Link from The Legend of Zelda in them, and a bunch of other random video game characters and stuff. With my biggest comic that I mentioned, it's called The Elite Elements, and it unknowingly actually borrowed some elements from Avatar. I did not notice at first. And it also took a lot of inspiration from Naruto in the beginning. Since the show's gone, since the comic's gone on, all those references kind of vanished. But Zen is completely original, and nothing in it is fan work or borrowed elements from anything else. I try to keep it all, because I want to, completely my idea now. So Zen World of Power, being completely original, has presented a bunch of production problems, I guess you could say, because I need to come up with reasons for literally everything. Methods, histories, characters. I need to fill all the roles in the worlds that I'm creating, because there's nowhere to take any of that from. There's nothing set in place, which it's very hard. It takes a lot of work, but it's also a lot of fun. I mean, the first thing I decided from working on Zen was the characters, and while originally it started at 6, it's actually become 26. There's 26 main characters. Each of them is a member of what's called the Order of the Alpha Knights, which is at all time made of 26 people, and they each occupy spots of Alpha Knight A to Alpha Knight Z, the alphabet. And I originally created A, B, C, D, E, and F a long time ago. They were stand-ins for the original Zen, which the original Zen, the plot of it was that the 26 Knights betrayed the order of their planet. They destroyed it, and they decided to come to Earth because of some prophecy that told them that there were people on Earth capable of stopping them. And on the way to Earth, they kind of got separated in this time gap, this portal essentially, and only 6 of them made it to Earth. That's A, B, C, D, E, and F. And then they were supposed to be fought by the comic versions of me and 5 of my friends, and so on and so forth. That all changed, though. That was really old. I've always incorporated myself and my closest friends into the comics. Like, my name's Kevin, so a lot of the characters in the comics have the name Kevin, and they take a lot of inspiration from me. They have long hair, so on. They're usually blue themed because that's my favorite color. Although, funnily enough, not any of the Kevins I can remember off the top of my head wear glasses, which I do. So the new Zen focuses all on Zen, at least in the beginning of the planet, and the 26 Alpha Knights all have interconnected histories of some sort. Whether they've been friends before they became Alpha Knights, they became friends afterwards, they were enemies, rivals, so on and so forth. I even made an affinity chart akin to the Fire Emblem Radiant Dawn chart. For anyone who's played that game, it shows like headshots of all the characters in the game and it connects them with lines telling what their relationships are. I did the same thing for the 26 Alpha Knights, and actually a few other Alpha Knights who had been in service before them that were inspirations to them. So the Knights all have from A to Z, they're all named, and the important ones, the 5 main characters, are Alpha Knight K, Cruz, Alpha Knight O, Orion, Alpha Knight J, Janie, Alpha Knight R, Ricard, and Alpha Knight M, Maya. Those are the 5 main characters that all the actions can be based around. But every once in a while, since I'm planning on developing all 26, I'll be able to take asides to cover chapters that don't touch on the 5 of them at all. So it's a lot of trouble because I have to name everything. So I have to name the continents, the countries, the cities, the oceans, forests, mountain ranges. Anything that I put on the planet has to have a name and a reason for being there, if not just to be the hometown of one of the Alpha Knights before they became an Alpha Knight. In addition, a bunch of the big countries are run by different kinds of political organizations, be they monarchies, senates, councils, so I also need to come up with the political structure for a few places, which I've not actually started working on. The only place I know for certain how it runs is the capital, the essential capital of Zen, quote unquote, which is called Rein, R-E-I-N. And finally, the Alpha Knights, I've actually explained where their powers come from already, so on, and I have to work on the bad guys of the series, which as of right now, the only villainous faction I've created are called Nerosians, which are essentially these black shadow alien creatures. So to explain a lot, I have a lot to explain about Zen, of what I have planned and what I want to do, and I hope to make more videos going into depth on some of the parts that I just talked about right now. So I'll have some videos going deep into political structures as I create them, deep into the locations, and very deep into the characters, because there's 26 of them and they're all very, very important. And of course the Nerosians, the bad guys, need a lot of work. So in addition to all that, I also actually started my own Facebook page for Zen World of Power, where I'm going to be putting up some updates. I'm going to be sharing the videos there, these vlogs of sorts, and I'll be also putting up the artwork of the comic right now. If you're interested, you'll see that, or at least watch 1 or 2 more vlogs while I go into detail on more of these story elements. I hope you are interested, at least to some extent, and I'll see you next time.